Tonight's dinner is going to be something really simple. I'm just going to throw some skinless, boneless chicken breast into the slow cooker. This is 3 pounds. This is from Butcher Box. It's really good. It's not sponsored, but I'm here if they want to sponsor me. So I'm going to just throw the chicken breast into the slow cooker. It is frozen. I have been throwing it in frozen and putting it on high for years, and our family has been okay, but I know some people don't feel comfortable doing that. So if you don't feel comfortable doing it, then thaw it and go ahead and put it in. I'm just going to throw that in. I'm going to go ahead and do all 3 pounds in hopes that we have leftovers for meal prep for lunch for my husband and I. Then I'm going to season it with some granulated garlic, and this is homemade taco seasoning. So I'm going to let that go for a couple hours, and then I have a bag of frozen bell peppers and onions. I'm just going to throw that in there too, and then we'll have like a chicken fajita dinner tonight. I also warmed up a can of black beans and 2 cans of corn to go alongside dinner. Dinner tonight smells amazing. This is for my daughter. It's the chicken and the peppers and onions, and then just corn, the black beans, and I put some cheese on it. My youngest does not like beans, so his is just the corn and the chicken. His peppers are on the side to see if he'll eat them. And then my oldest plate is just piled up. I did make some flour tortillas. I didn't make them, I warmed them up. So we have flour tortillas there. And then my husband and I will probably add this to our corn, and then I'm going to offer it to my son too. But this is really good. It's kind of, if you've ever had Mexican street corn, this is like the elote blend that's supposed to be going on it. And so it's like our little cheat way to have street corn without actually having an elote man come by. If you know what the elote man is, leave a comment down below because you know how bomb they are. Okay, so here's dinner tonight. Forgot to mention, we also have some of this delicious guacamole from Costco. It's the best, she says. So we're going to trust her on that. Okay, I'm closing up the kitchen for tonight. I'm just going to put these things away, this away. And then this is one of my favorite ways to meal prep. This is the leftover chicken. I made extra tonight. And then we just added veggies to it to stretch out further the sides. So we were able to make 1, 2, 3, and actually I have one for me in the refrigerator. So 4 lunch meal preps. Tonight, I'm just spraying my slow cooker and putting in a freezer meal that I had made before called pork ole. I'm not sure where I got it, but I'll list what the ingredients are down below. I'm just going to put it in the slow cooker and let it simmer on low, probably for about 6 hours. And then I'm just taking this really cool Pamper Chef tool and shredding it all up. Dinner is served tonight. I went ahead and made nachos out of the pork for my kiddos. So this is for my daughter, my little man who doesn't like guacamole, so I didn't put any on his. And then my big boy, I just used some chips, tortilla chips, and then I should have put the cheese first and then the meat so that the meat could have melted the cheese, but I don't think they'll complain. And then we didn't have any fresh tomatoes, so I just grabbed a can of this and drained some of the juice out with this little like spoon thingy and put tomato on it for them. So I think that they'll enjoy that. I'm not sure if my husband will want nachos like this, or he may want to just put it in some corn tortillas like tacos instead. He probably would prefer flour and make it a burrito, but we're out of flour right now. So that's what's for dinner tonight. Tonight we're making one of our favorite family dinners. The inspiration came from a Six Sisters recipe, and I'll link that down below. But basically what we're going to do is ground 2 pounds of, we're not going to ground, it comes grounded, but I'm going to smash up 2 pounds of ground turkey in our Instant Pot. And I have it on the saute mode just so we can kind of cook it through. Adding in some onions, I believe, and then I added our favorite Italian seasoning from Wellness Mama. I'll link that down below also, and then some minced garlic. I also added in a little bit of tomato paste that we had previously frozen, and then I throw in the whole bag of pasta. I have a jar of homemade pasta sauce, and then I'm going to just use the same jar, fill it with water, and put that in also. You want to make sure that all of the pasta is covered by liquid, because if it's not, that little piece of pasta that gets stuck out will not cook and it'll be crunchy. So I'm just being extra careful, making sure it's all drenched in there. And then I'm going to cover it, make sure it's on sealing, and set it for 5 minutes. And then when it's done, I do a quick release and then I add in about half a package of cream cheese. This recipe is so simple and so fast. That's why it's one of our absolute favorites. And then here's dinner tonight. I just went ahead and put some more extra cheese on top for the kiddos. These, of course, are my two littles, and then my oldest son, and my husband and I will have the same thing as soon as he gets home from work. Tonight, I have no idea what I'm going to make with this chicken. I just know I want to get some protein in the crock pot, just ready to roll. So we can go either way with dinner tonight. So I just throw in 3 pretty large frozen chicken breasts into the slow cooker, and I season it with salt, pepper, and garlic. We're eating dinner a little bit later, so I just took the chicken and put a little cheese, and then this is my youngest, so that's why there's that just tiny bit of salad for him to just try and taste it. We have a no thank you bite rule here, so he's got to take a bite, and if he doesn't like it, he can say no thank you and move off it. And then this will be my daughter's, who has a little bit more salad, chicken and cheese, and then tortilla chips. And then for my husband, my son, and I, my oldest son and I, we're all gonna have a salad with the chicken. And then I also have out some salsa and guac, and then I have ranch dressing, and we also have some, this was a bag salad mix, so we have just the dressing, whatever it is, that came with the mix. And that's what we're gonna have for dinner tonight. Tonight we're going to make an enchilada type casserole with the leftover roast we had from earlier in the week, because I don't have any enchilada sauce already prepared. So I'm just going to throw together a quick sauce with some olive oil, oregano, cumin, and garlic, and I'm going to toast that up just to kind of bring out the flavors of the spices first. And then I'm going to add in some tomato paste. I believe we had some leftover crushed tomatoes in the fridge also, so I used the rest of that, and then a little bit of vegetable broth that I had made earlier also. So it's kind of a leftover meal. We're just using up our fragments that we had in the refrigerator and throwing it all together in a casserole. At the very end, I'm going to add in some flour just to kind of thicken it up. Now I'm going to start by spraying our casserole dish and then begin layering. I put in a little bit of the sauce we made, and then I'm going to put in the corn tortillas. And I'm going to spray the tortillas again because my mom once told me that that's what makes the sauce stick to the tortillas. So mom said, and that's what I do. I'm going to also top it with the leftover roast and then some cheese, and then just repeat over and over until I think I do about maybe 3 layers. And then you'll see as I'm adding the layers, I pause for a moment because I realize this is a good opportunity to sneak in some veggies for my kiddos. They are not the best vegetable eaters, and I have to confess, neither am I. So I pull out some frozen zucchini that I had diced up in the freezer, and I add that into the first 2 layers as well. When I'm done, I'm going to go ahead and pop it in the oven at 365 for about 20 to 25 minutes just to get everything all warmed through. Since I used leftover roast that was cooked earlier in the week, I don't have to worry about cooking that. I just want to make sure, like I said, it's all the way warmed through. That's going to do it for what we had for dinner this week. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching.